Resident Evil 4 2005 is of course a fantastic game, but that's not to say it's perfect. I want to talk about some of my personal cons about this game that not a lot of people are talking about and what could have made it even better. Slight context first. I played this on Steam with keyboard and mouse with the RE4 HD project with RE4 tweaks, so I can't speak of say controller cons of that matter. First, some nitpicks about the Steam version in general. Without the RE4 tweaks patch, you are getting a fine but less ideal way to play the game. Every version has a little annoying film grain filter which, while of course not a deal breaker, is a little bit annoying to me. Next, you are not able to change that many video options aside from resolution, texture quality and shadow quality. Thankfully RE4 tweaks has a lot covered and just makes it overall better. But speaking of something that seemingly cannot be fixed is moving and rotating items in your inventory. It's for whatever reason by default bound to the backspace key, and you are forced to either using WSD or the arrow keys to move that item around and then the use key to place them in that position. You have to do this every time you want to move an items. I think it is possible to rotate items, but I have not been able so far to figure that out. Granted, the game was made first for console and then ported. Story-wise, I do not have much to say except that in cutscenes where Leon is talking to a villain such as Ramon Salazar or Lord Sadler, he has every opportunity to just shoot them, but instead he either just waits and talks or tries to go for a kick. Like why? If I were in Leon's position, I probably would just shoot ASAP. Lastly, a little about some of the gameplay. Gunplay-wise, really nothing bad to say. Some might say it would be better if you could move and shoot at the same time as well as strafe. To that I say, it doesn't hurt the gameplay much since it works quite well and makes it stands out, and as Capcom has said in an interview, they didn't want to make it feel like a military shooter. I don't really mind Ashley that much except the constant yells for Leon. What grinds my gears is certain enemy and bosses. The weird creature from the island lab is very annoying since you pretty much need to save a bunch of rifle ammo and have the infrared scope to shoot the required hidden parasites. It's also a bit annoying having to lure him around or make it fall to reach the parasite on its back. Some of the earlier bosses are quite easy since you have quite a lot of ammo. However, there are two bosses that are harder but are more annoying to deal with. The first is the spider-human thing in Chapter 5. I really think the first part of the fight where you have to go through the maze and shoot the green lights and press the buttons could have been left out. You don't use that much ammo on it, and is just tedious since you have to it 3 times in a row. The second one is the Krauser fight. More specifically at the climax where you have just 3 minutes to not only kill him, but to escape the tower before it explodes. Meanwhile, he is almost constantly shielding his top, dodging and rushing out for you. The strat is mostly just to shoot him in the legs, then at the top and his head. But even with that, he is a massive bullet sponge, and even with a nearly maxed out TMP, I could barely take him out in time. Also, you really need have a crap load of ammo, so make sure you don't use that much in the previous smaller fights against him. I have some other thoughts as well, but since I can't remember every single moment of the game, because I am so far, I can't remember them for now. But that is gonna be it. I have yet to play the 2023 remake, but I do plan on getting it at some point. If you have your own thoughts of any of this or want to make a statement or correct me if I got something wrong, post a comment about it. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.